they stuck to their game, and to be fair, they're there. They're still at the top with games in hand for better.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing there, but they're back here, 8-Ball. I'm just excited to watch them again because they're just such a fantastic team.
Yeah,
on paper, in real life, incredible.
Both of these sides are brilliant teams and should be a brilliant game. Mad Army welcoming back Elias tonight. Been missing all of last week. Comes in for Tutku Demir. Is Besiktas in the all-white. Do not sleep on these boys. Taking on league leaders, Mad Army. They will be the favourites going into this. Offside. They will be the favourites going into this. However, they are away from home as well. So just a little thing to remember there. Absco playing left midfield tonight. Gives it to the ever-dangerous Sentinel. Atsu is playing wide right midfield tonight. Mookie to Festic. Here is Capone. Sentinel back there from striker, but here comes Mookie. He's been brilliant this season, as he was the season before and the season before that, I'm sure. But
you name me a bad performance he's ever had on stream ever. I can't name one.
No, not at all. Capone to Warren. SG gets the shot off. It's dragged wide. Will be a goal kick. Didn't take a deflection. Didn't need a save. Mad Army.
The angle that we had on that 8-Ball, I was just expecting the net to bulge there. I was just expecting it.
Well, the quality we've got on show, Domino, was expecting it to bulge. Mister. Escrow. Dodgy pass. Shisui Shiki does just enough. Good defending from that man. Sentinel on the half turn. Can't slide it through.
No freebies. That's got to be something Besiktas talked about. There's no freebies here.
Yeah. I mean, that pass across the goal in the air was the definition of needed Shisui Shiki to dig them out. They're going to need him to dig them out a lot this game. Here is Elias back in the team. Hammers it off the post. Look how far that went, Domino. Wow.
Keeper made the move early, then rushed back into position, and just put too much on it. 8-Ball and living dangerously, this Besiktas team.
Warren SG there.
I think losing out. But is Polga playing?
Polga's playing, yeah, this is him here.
Ooh.
Here is Capone breaking into that offensive third. Loses his man nicely. Shisui Shiki is there, but Stocks will pick it back up. Back to Latov. Good. I'd say good feet. He didn't do anything. He just waited for the man to go past him, but that's experience talking there. Festive exchanging passes with Warren SG. It's good football. It's kind of what they've done all season. I mean, even the defeat, Domino, last week, they still played sensational football.
Oh, mate.
Right then, 25 yards out. A dead ball specialist's dream, this, Domino.
And a dead ball specialist he is.
Warren SG goes goalkeeper side. Graham makes the save. A good signing for a team looking to go up the league from Neon. Besiktas backs against the wall. First 23 minutes. Mad Army looking to turn the screw. Delivers it in. Escrow does really well, but comes out to the corner taker. Warren SG heads it down. Does Mookie to Latov.
Oh.
Not who you want it to fall to. Elias. Polga, of course. 70-yard rake-in pass. Absco is there. Handed off nicely to João Neves. Latov, though. That's where you want him. Defending the halfway line. And H-Show does really well, but Festic is there. That's what he's in the team to do. Polga, too much space if you're a Besiktas fan. Slides it through. Warren SG, good save by Graham. Yeah, good position as well, because that toe punt, that Tommy toe punt went like an absolute bullet.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of worrying sign here, 8-Ball, for Besiktas, where Mad Army have started. I say that now, 8-Ball, and they've got some territory, but Mad Army started to drown them, sinking them in pressure. This is a very not good spell here. They just need to be a little bit more good. So great work there,
done really well. Usually a cam dominant. He's dropped into that kind of Perlo role for this Besiktas side, and he seems to be enjoying it. Stocks. J-Lings cancelling that one out. João Neves to Sentinel. Slides it through to HO10. Back to Sentinel. He was off originally.
Oh my. I'm the best linesman in this game, mate. Well, he was not.
I mean, I'd be happy if you would be linesman, because it doesn't sound like you're going to call all that much, so we get more action. Corrupt.
You know what?
Polga over the top, looking for Warren SG, gives it to Roro. It's cannoned off the defender, Domino, and it is going to be another own goal. Ryan is the one wheeling away, claiming it for himself. He'll look to be putting that one through stats, but Domino, it looked like it deflected off the goalkeeper, back off the defender and into the Besiktas goal. It has been coming for Mad Army, however, very, very unusual circumstances. We saw one last week, which was the first one of the season, and they must be like buses.
Yeah, well, I've just watched it. Two deflections off two of the centre halves, and sometimes you make your own luck there, 8-Ball, and Mad Army made their own luck.
Got to be in it to win it, and Mad Army are certainly in it. Can they win it? 1-0, 40 minutes gone. Festic. I mean, he's going on an adventure, Domino. That's the CDM.
Oh, he's so good.
Very, very
like
good
I said
player.
about Koku, there's leagues here of what you want centre mids do, and some are more expansive and some are more defensive minded. But when you've got players like that who are true all rounders and can do it as good as anyone else, they're a massive commodity, and they've got two of them in there.
Yeah, they're spoiled. They should stop stockpiling them. Looking for the feet of Polga. Cut out. I suggest Besiktas do that more often, but then you've got to get right past the rest of them. Warren SG on the edge of the box. Gives it to the striker, Escrow, with the big tackle. It's going to get pulled back for the original one, Domino, and it is Graham versus Warren SG once again. Round 2, and look at that top left-hand corner. Look at the time. He's almost tempting him to go over the wall, Dom, and I think it was the right thing for the goalkeeper to do. Stocks puts it back in, though, and I tell you what, he's done enough to put everyone off. Into the box it goes. Absco with the clearance. Shui Shishiki will complete the clearance. Living dangerously are Besiktas, and living defensively are Besiktas, because they have had a lot of defensive work to do in that first half, Domino.
Yeah, sometimes when you get into the games, it starts at 50-50, and then you just see that bar slide 8-Ball more towards one side. And when you've got a team like Mad Army that slide that bar, it's very hard to get it back to a 50-50 momentum. Once they've got their confidence up, it's a problem. And Mad Army have got Besiktas where they want them. It's up to Besiktas now to change the story and change how they're playing. Easier said than done when you're playing a team with Mad Army in this form, 8-Ball. What would you say Besiktas need to do to get back in this game?
I mean, watching Prolific last week, they just matched them. And we've often said it's a stupid thing to do and don't bother doing it. But it worked really, really well for Prolific, because I do think it just surprised Mad Army a little bit. It gave them something to think about. It gave their forward players like the likes of Riot, like the likes of Elias, it forced them to come back into their own half. It forced them to come back into their own box and defend. And if you can keep those danger players, I mean, look, off they go again. They go and just join. He's playing as striker right now. They go and join the attack as much as possible. And I think Prolific just forced them back into their own half quite a lot last week. How you go about doing that, I mean, answers on a postcard. But Besiktas, I mean, they've got the players. They've got the players to be able to do it. Have they got the cojones to be able to do it is a different thing, because something's got to change from the first half, Domino. If they play like they played in that first half, which was defensively solid, they're sitting in, looking to counter. I do think Mad Army will pick them off eventually. I do think Mad Army have got another goal or two in them if they carry on the way that they played in that first half. So it's Besiktas's, the ball's in their court, really, Domino. If they want to be brave, they could get something out of this game. But I think if they fall back into kind of old habits, I do think eventually they'll get picked off. And I do think that plays into Mad Army's hands more than they'd probably like to admit.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk versus reward here, 8-ball.
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
another great
Yeah,
ball
that's
to
unreal. Right,
Warren.
gives it to Warren SG. Stocks is there on the overlap. It's Elias.
Oh,
Domino,
my.
it's Ryad and Elias are in the box for Mad Army because they're not forced to have to go and defend. Picked off. Mad Army 2, Besiktas 0. That is what happens when you let these players free roam.
Yeah, and Besiktas actually enjoyed their best spell of possession there, knocking around quite nicely. And I was going to say, is risk versus reward. Besiktas do need to, I wouldn't say play the rescue ball, but you've got to try and beat a man. You've got to try and take someone on the middle of the park and open up your own space, create your own space. And at the minute, they're not doing that. It's very, very passive. And Shisui Shiki, who's been a standout player for them today. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, Riot versus Shisui Shiki, little versus large is actually hilarious. Sentinel on the overlap is Shaz. This is much better. Get those players forward, force those wide players to come back in and tuck in as fullbacks. And now at least then if you give it away, Domino, they have to run up, they have to join the attack. It just gives Mad Army something to think about, and that's what I think Prolific did extremely well. You know, every time Hadji touched the ball, he was looking to go forward, whereas now it's, do we play it back, do we go forward, and that's much better from GZ. Forward thinking, get those wide players back defending, get it to the likes of Sentinel. You can, you know, out of absolutely nothing, Domino, that, you know, GZ had a choice there. Do you go back to the centre back or do you dink it over and see what happens? And they've got a corner out of it.
Yeah. What I would say here, April, is they've got to change something that style of play. Exactly what you said. They've got to be a bit more progressive and can't waste golden opportunities. Yeah, you just can't waste golden opportunities like that when you don't get much up in their box, and it comes back at you in waves, and here they come again, April. Festic's having a field day out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even at 0-0, I mean, he still plays like they're 2-0 up.
Yeah, you can't dent that man's confidence. But here we go, 8-ball. If you can play
Mookie
that
again. He has no right being there. I don't know why he is 60 yards up, but the tackle is so important because there was two.
You tell him not to be there, 8-ball.
I'm not tell that man anything. He's sensational. Sensational. He really is just world class, isn't he?
Yeah, everything he does, positioning wise, defensively, offensively. Yeah, can't really put a foot wrong here.
Sentinel skips past his man, gets the early shot off, does Absco Berisha. That's why you get yourself a world-class goalkeeper. He's very much been a spectator for most of this game. Could have been sat up in here with us, but he's needed there. And Absco had one stolen from him there.
I saw the exact same animation that he'd done, and it went straight into his hands, and I was like, I don't think he's going to do that again.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, it done the exact same thing.
Yeah. And again, you know you're not going to be getting chance after chance after chance against a Mad Army side. So you need to make set pieces work. You know, you need to pull the trigger on those half chances, which Absco did. But yeah, back-to-back set pieces like that, Dom, especially as you know, even today we've seen how important they can be for the likes of Aurora. Just get something out of it. Make Mad Army think, you know, put some pressure on them, because at the moment they are absolutely strolling and they're having a good time. You know, if they're going to go on and win the league, Dom, at least make it difficult for them, at least make them sweat for it. Yeah. And at the moment they're having a field day. There's a man over and it's Ryad as well. Cuts inside to Elias. He's going to find the back of the net once again. That man is so potent in front of goal. And he takes up some insane positions, and Mad Army love it for him. I think they missed him last week. Well, he's back here with a brace, and he puts Mad Army 3 goals to the good, and certainly will be picking up 3 points at the end of this game.
Yeah, I think the amount of times we've seen him score on stream, Abel.
Yeah.
Big game player for big occasions, and exactly what you said, just popping up in pockets of space, just setting those traps for the opposition. And what a fantastic player, what a fantastic signing, and this Mad Army team, Abel. It's a different gravy.
Yeah, they're purring at the moment. We said they were having a good time. That man, Elias, is certainly having a good time. And I think you're right, Dominic. I genuinely think he might be close to double figures on stream this season. Certainly is leading that charge. To be fair, a lot of these Mad Army players will be up there because we watch them so often and they score lots of goals. Both of those things coincide, by the way. If they didn't score many goals, we wouldn't watch them.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're top of the league. If they're winning like Arsenal, I'm not interested.
Oh, Oh, Shishuiseika's had a great game, mate.
Yeah, he really has. It makes no sense. His team are 3-0 down.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Not much in clubs does make sense, to be fair.
No. Same like the Mook argument, 8-ball, or not really argument, the Mook statement.
Yeah,
you tell me a Shishuiseika game that you've had a bad game.
True that. True that. Festic slides it through to Ryan. I thought he might square it with Elias on a hat-trick, but he wants his name in lights this time. That puts him on 2 as well, Domino. I mean, questionable that first one was an own goal, but he's the one who ran off and celebrated. He's the one who will be putting it through on the stats later on, I assure you. But the headline will read, Mad Army 4, Besiktas 0. Has it been a 4-0 game, Domino?
Yeah, I do think that has been a 4-0 game, 8-ball. I don't think Besiktas really has laid a glove. They've had one good opportunity and one really, really good save, 8-ball. But other than that, this Man Army team, Festic playing the way he is, just opening up the midfield. And sometimes, 8-ball, it does look like they're playing with their food. And here we go again.
No,
He
Elias.
touched that ball.
They're going to get a penalty for it, aren't they? No, they're not. It got dragged back. Okay, because that was not a foul. But yeah, he should have left it. 100% he should have left it. But both of them on a hat-trick, Domino. Of course they're not going to leave it for the other one. No, you saw him not square it across to him, so yeah, maybe that was payback. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're trying to work out now before they take this free kick. They are going to go for goal. It does hit GZ. I mean, 4-0 down in the 89th minute, Domino. I'm not putting my body in the way of that.
No.
If you want to have a shot from there, mate, you shoot from there.
If I was 30 yards out and we're 4-0 up, I'm hitting it from there.
Yeah, give it to Festival Mookie. Ball comes in. Goalkeeper hesitates and Latoff. It's the top level, Domino. If you hesitate at this level, you will get put to the sword. Latoff, cherry on top. I mean, we saw this side win 5-0 last week against a very good GSK side. They're now 5-0 up against a very good Besiktas side. Mad Army putting out a statement, not just 3 points, but a statement, Domino, against a very good side. And, you know, the likes of Prolific, the likes of Fama will be watching this, whether they like to admit it or not. Of course they will. They're big fans of the channel, but more so for the result.